Welcome back everybody to another Rodenberg Rocks video. Today I am actually up the southern shore of Lake Superior on the Wisconsin side. I'm gonna try out, I've never been to any of the beaches over here. Honestly, my goal is to find more sea glass, so I'm gonna probably stick towards the route of like Port Wing, Herbster, but see if we find some agates along the way. But I clearly chose a really windy day. I just came down this dirt road like 5 miles, this small beach, and it's a pretty sandy beach, so we'll see what we can find here, but the waves are crazy. Let me show you. So this is what I got myself into. I chose one of the probably the windiest days to come out because those waves are just ripping. So I'm gonna still throw on my rubber boots probably, but no way I'm wading into this water by any means. That's too scary for me. So we're gonna make our way down this little path. There's a little sand beach here, and we'll see if we can find anything. Well, I'm gonna see how the sound quality is. It's windy, it's very wavy out, and as you might see, I actually had a different spot than I originally was. The first spot, one, it was all sand, and two, it was in a very, very secluded spot that I didn't honestly feel too comfortable in. So now I'm in Herbster, one of their campsites here. Stopped here once before. There's a bunch of rocks on the ground. Like I said, I'm looking for sea glass too, because I make some sea glass art. But yeah, we'll see if we can find any agates or sea glass here. So, thanks. It's crazy how much of a difference the south side versus the north shore rocks really are. Like, I can just tell walking on this beach shore how different all these rocks look. There's a lot more quartzy rocks, a lot more different types of granite, as well as just different, like, I've never seen a rock like, yeah, I think that's a type of granite or something like that, but there's a lot of different rocks, many different pieces of quartz like this that I think are agates right away, and that kind of shows how spoiled I am on the other side of the lake here, because there's a lot of cool pieces of quartz, but we'll see if we can find anything. But pretty wavy, water's touching all the way up to the rocks. It's pretty close, but cool to see them all get washed around, so I'll keep you updated with any finds. I don't think this is quite an agate, but this is a cool, very smooth rock. It's got some beautiful definition in there. It's so smooth too. This is probably the one I take home. It's crazy, depending where I stand and these waves come, they literally will come all the way up to here and flood these little rock areas. Like, I've almost got my feet washed out a couple times. But as one of those happened, I was walking and I thought I just, yeah, right here, I think we found our first agate. Yeah, this was all filled with water, and I think this helped wash some sand off of it. Oh yeah. Those got some cool man. Beautiful first find. Aha, and just like that, what else I came here for? A nice piece of sea glass. Got some beautiful indentations on them. Later on in a future video, I'm going to show you guys what I make with this sea glass, because I think you guys will think it's pretty cool. Alright. I'm going down the beach probably for 5-10 minutes now, and I think I might have spotted an agate. But again, it's hard to tell with all the different types of rocks here, that if they have blind might standing over here. I don't know. might just be a yellow piece of quartz that, see if I can get in the water without getting splashed. It's so hard to tell. I'm gonna have to take that one home and get it cleaned up. I think it's quartz. I mean, that looks very limonite. It's not sunny out to see any bands, but we'll see. Still promising little times. No, that's what I'm fairly certain of. That looks like calcitiny, if not anything. And by fairly certain, it's quartz. Man, I'm gonna have to start coming out here more. There's quartz everywhere that just look like agates all over the place. These weird little pieces that just throw me off. So that's part of the fun of the hunt. So I spotted a beautiful red rock. Not sure, I know it's not an agate, but oh boy. I don't know what that is, but it looks normal red. I mean, it's banded in there. It's tough to see. It's not banded as an agate, but it's got those banded lines. It was just a different color red than the rest. Still pretty cool. How about this for a weird rock? It almost looks like an agate, but it honestly just might be like chert or something on top with quartz in the middle. But again, I'm no expert. I'm gonna bring it home, get it washed up, and see if we can see some bands under some better light. I'm not quite sure what this magical beauty is, but that is a beautiful colored rock. What the heck is that? I don't know, but I love those colors. That one is also coming home with me. Beautiful. Oh, I was supposed to grab a rock. I still see it. It's fascinating. The rocks are it's got going on over the years. Really unique. Just got back to the car, cranked on the heaters because it is cold and windy out there. But it really is a nice day. I think my car says 41 degrees, which for November in Minnesota and northern Wisconsin is solid in my books because there's no snow on the ground yet, so rocks are still available. So didn't find a whole lot, but I did find just
I did find out that hunting rocks and agates in northern Wisconsin is much harder than it is in northern Minnesota. And I don't know who told me that, and when I say that, I mean that I think in my head, I mentally said it's going to be just as easy, or the rocks are going to be the same because we're just across the bay, and they are way different. Lots more quartz and granites here compared to the other side over in northern Minnesota. So we did find one agate, a couple maybe agates, and just some cool rocks and a couple pieces of sea glass. So I am probably gonna make the drive, loop through Bayfield, and then loop back Ashland back to Duluth, just because I really like that drive. And let's go clean up some rocks and take a look at them under a closer look. Thank you everybody for tuning in for another Road and Big Rocks video. Again, I apologize for the wind. It was very strong in this video, and I just, again, don't really have the equipment to have noise reduction right now, but hopefully in the future that'll be something we do, so I apologize for that in advance. But again, thank you for coming along for this journey, and we will see you next video. Thanks.